a wild encounter, surviving the deadly Pylon. In the world of immersive gaming, few experiences rival the adrenaline rush of stumbling upon an unexpected, formidable foe. This tale of a group of players navigating a tense, mysterious encounter in a game world teeming with danger and unpredictability. What begins as a routine exploration quickly spirals into chaos as the team comes face to face with a seemingly innocuous, yet deadly, adversary, a wandering Pylon with lethal capabilities. This article delves into the dynamics of this encounter, exploring the strategies, emotions, and lessons that emerge when players are thrust into the unknown. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or a curious observer, the story of the deadly Pylon offers insights into teamwork, adaptability, and the thrill of discovery in virtual worlds. 2. The calm before the storm. E2. Surveying the landscape. The session opens with the team surveying their surroundings, using landmarks like a church and a mosque to orient themselves. The banter is light, with players exchanging observations about their positions and the environment. The mention of a chopper flying overhead and the presence of acid pools emitting toxic fumes sets an ominous tone, hinting at the dangers lurking nearby. Despite the hazards, the group maintains a sense of curiosity and camaraderie. They discuss the defensibility of various locations, referencing special items and the vastness of the game world. The conversation is peppered with humor and nonchalance, masking the underlying tension that comes with exploring uncharted territory. The first signs of trouble. As the team continues their reconnaissance, they notice something unusual, a metallic, triangular shape poking out above the tree line. At first, it's dismissed as part of the scenery, a pylon blending into the environment, but as the players focus their attention, it becomes clear that this is no ordinary structure. The realization dawns slowly, with one player exclaiming, "It's pretending to be a pylon." Well, it is a pylon. The absurdity of the situation elicits laughter and disbelief. The idea of a pylon as an enemy is both genius and terrifying, a testament to the creativity of the game's designers. The Pylon reveals its true nature, from camouflage to confrontation. The mood shifts dramatically as the Pylon springs to life. What was once a static piece of the environment transforms into a menacing adversary, moving with intent and making extremely sinister noises. The player's initial amusement gives way to alarm as they realize the Pylon is not only sentient but also hostile. Attempts to engage the Pylon are met with swift retribution. One player, emboldened by curiosity or bravado, tries to attack, only to be met with devastating force. The Pylon's area of effect, attacks inflict damage over time, breaking bones and slowing movement. The team's defenses prove ineffective, and panic sets in as the Pylon closes in. The cost of underestimation. The encounter quickly turns deadly. Despite warnings to leave the Pylon alone, the team's actions provoke its wrath. One by one, the players fall, succumbing to the Pylon's relentless assault. The realization that being in a tower offers no protection underscores the Pylon's power and the futility of conventional strategies. As the dust settles, the team reflects on their mistakes. The decision to engage the Pylon rather than retreat proves fatal. The players are left to ponder the consequences of their actions and the importance of respecting the unknown. EC Lessons in Teamwork and Adaptability. 2. Communication under pressure. Throughout the encounter, the team's communication is both a strength and a weakness. The initial banter and sharing of information help the group stay oriented and aware of their surroundings. However, as the situation escalates, confusion and conflicting advice emerge. Some urge caution, while others advocate for confrontation. The chaos of battle tests the team's ability to coordinate and adapt. Calls for help go unanswered as players are overwhelmed by the Pylon's attacks. The importance of clear, decisive communication becomes evident, highlighting the need for strong leadership and trust in high-pressure situations. The value of caution. One of the key takeaways from the encounter is the value of caution in unfamiliar territory. The team's initial dismissal of the Pylon as a threat leads to disaster. Had they heeded the warnings and observed the Pylon from a distance, they might have avoided the deadly confrontation. This lesson extends beyond the game world, serving as a reminder to approach the unknown with respect and humility. In both virtual and real-life scenarios, curiosity must be balanced with caution, and the consequences of underestimating potential dangers can be severe. Tape. The art of game design, creating memorable encounters. Tape. The deadly Pylon encounter is a masterclass in game design, subverting player expectations and injecting a sense of unpredictability into the experience. By disguising a lethal enemy as a mundane piece of the environment, the designers create a moment of surprise and tension that lingers long after the encounter ends. This approach keeps players on their toes, encouraging them to question their assumptions and remain vigilant. The blending of humor and horror adds depth to the experience, making the encounter both memorable and impactful. Encouraging. Exploration and experimentation. The game world described in the transcript is vast and filled with secrets. The presence of unique enemies like the wandering Pylon encourages players to explore, experiment, and adapt their strategies. The need for special items and the unpredictability of encounters foster a sense of discovery and challenge. By rewarding curiosity and punishing recklessness, the game strikes a balance between freedom and consequence. Players are empowered to make choices, but must also accept the risks that come with venturing into the unknown. 2. Emotional highs and lows. The player experience. 2. T. The thrill of discovery. For many players, the most memorable moments in gaming come from unexpected discoveries. The encounter with the deadly Pylon is a perfect example, blending surprise, fear, and excitement into a single, unforgettable event. The initial disbelief and laughter give way to genuine alarm as the Pylon reveals its true nature. These emotional highs and lows are what make gaming such a compelling medium. The ability to evoke a range of feelings, from amusement to terror, immerses players in the world and keeps them coming back for more. The aftermath of the encounter is marked by reflection and a touch of frustration. The team grapples with the consequences of their actions, questioning their decisions and lamenting their fate. Yet, even in defeat, there is a sense of camaraderie and shared experience. Failure in gaming is not the end, but an opportunity to learn and grow. Each setback provides valuable lessons, shaping future strategies and deepening the bonds between players. The willingness to embrace failure and adapt is key to long-term success and enjoyment. E-strategies for surviving the unexpected. 2. Observing and analyzing. When faced with unfamiliar threats, observation is crucial. The team's initial failure to recognize the Pylon as a danger highlights the importance of paying attention to environmental cues. Taking the time to analyze new elements and consider their potential risks can prevent costly mistakes. Not every encounter needs to end in combat. Sometimes the best strategy is to retreat and regroup. The team's insistence on engaging the Pylon, despite warnings and mounting evidence of its power, leads to their downfall. Recognizing when to cut losses and live to fight another day is a vital skill in both gaming and life. Flexibility is essential when dealing with unpredictable enemies. Relying on standard tactics may not always be effective, especially against foes with unique abilities. Experimenting with different approaches, such as targeting weak points or using environmental advantages, can turn the tide of battle. Kull, Jumbal, Mund, the power of storytelling in gaming, in CS's Two Ball Wars. Encounters like the deadly Pylon become stories that players share and remember long after the game is over. These moments foster a sense of community and identity as players recount their triumphs and failures with friends and fellow gamers. The transcript captures the essence of this storytelling, with players reliving the encounter, debating their choices, and laughing at their misfortune. These shared narratives enrich the gaming experience, transforming individual moments into collective memories. The success of the Pylon encounter lies in the game's ability to create a believable, immersive world. The attention to detail, from environmental hazards to enemy behavior, draws players in and makes every decision feel meaningful. The unpredictability of the world keeps players engaged, eager to see what lies around the next corner. The deadly Pylon encounter is a testament to the power of surprise, creativity, and adaptability in gaming. It challenges players to question their assumptions, communicate effectively, and learn from their mistakes. Above all, it reminds us that the most memorable experiences often come from embracing the unknown and facing it head-on. Whether you're navigating virtual worlds or real-life challenges, the lessons from this encounter are universal. Stay curious, respect the unknown, and never underestimate the power of a well-placed Pylon.